Howdy everybody, Runt9 here to tell you about what is Runt9 Plays. I totally just talked for 30 minutes straight, looked down, and realized I wasn't actually recording. So we're doing this for the second time, and hopefully I can do it even better this time. So I'm going to give you a bit of a channel introduction on both my YouTube and Twitch channels, tell you what I'm all about, why I'm doing this, and hopefully, at the end of all of this, you're as excited about the content that I'm going to be producing as I am about producing it. So first things first, what is Runt9 Plays? This is going to be a YouTube and Twitch channel that is all about playing video games together, fostering a community of people who just are good people, enjoy watching, and hopefully my main niche is going to be knowledge, numbers, spreadsheets, just this general feeling of I'm never going to be the best at games. I've got a high floor, I've got a really low ceiling. I'm going to be really good at being really average, but I'm going to be really good at being knowledgeable about games. I love digging into wikis. I love finding out how the mechanics of the game work, getting into the nitty gritty, the gears, the nuts and bolts. And I want to tell everyone else about that. I want to spread knowledge and along the way give you some sarcastic, self-deprecating humor. That's kind of my main source of entertainment is going to be, I try to have a little bit of a sharp wit. I don't always have a sharp wit. Sometimes that blade is a little on the dull side. But ultimately, that's the type of humor that I found that my friends tend to enjoy. And so I've kind of embraced that sarcastic, punny, dad jokes, that type of junk. And from my performance standpoint, when I've done, magic shows and stuff like that, I found that people enjoy when you make fun of yourself. And so it's going to be a combination of those. And so I'm going to play video games. I'm going to talk about video games. I'm not going to talk about real life crap and hopefully just have a grand old time. That's really what I'm after here. So what can you expect on YouTube from me? On YouTube, there's going to be 3 different series that I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to start with Runt9 Plays, and that's going to be your typical Let's Play series. For the context here, I do still work 40 hours a week, and so this is all purely a side hobby for me. I don't care about the money. I couldn't care less if I never get to monetize anything. What I'm after here is to just have fun doing this. I did this about a year ago, a little bit on my own personal channel, just to kind of see how it would go. I was unemployed at the time. I had a great time. I just had to stop because a lot of stuff happened in my life. I moved out of the Dallas area for the first time in my life. And so it just got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. But now I'm in a much more stable point. I'm going to pick it up. And what that means is that probably every Saturday, I'm going to spend a few hours recording a bunch of YouTube videos for the week. And that's going to be your Runt9 Plays series. It's going to be a fairly minimally edited Let's Play series that's just going to be focused on, I'm going to play a game, I'm going to talk about the game, I'm going to talk about not the game, banter a little bit, talk about kind of how the comments are coming in, what people are saying, that type of stuff. And just in general, provide my own brand of what a Let's Play looks like. And I think that starting on Monday, what is that, February 17th? Yeah, Monday, February 17th, 2020, is when I hope to start my first Let's Play video. And my assumption is that at this point, it's either going to be Hitman 2 or Surviving Mars. And I realize that those are completely different genres, but that leads me to another important point, is that between all of the different series I'm going to do, both on YouTube and Twitch, expect a lot of variety. I enjoy lots of different kinds of games. I enjoy first-person shooters, strategy games, roguelites, little tiny indie games that you pick up for a couple bucks and play for a few hours, to these AAA titles, these MMOs that you expect to play for hundreds or thousands of hours. But on that point, there aren't really any games that I've played for thousands of hours. I think Call of Duty 2, City of Heroes, League of Legends, and maybe Madden, probably the only games that I've ever played more than 1,000 hours on. So what you can expect is Let's Play series are probably going to run for anywhere from 20 to 50 episodes, and then we're going to jump into a new game. And that's going to be 1 per day. Not sure exactly when I'm going to release them yet. I think I want them to be out by everybody's lunchtime. So I'll probably drop them at around 9 in the morning on Central Standard Time. And basically, anytime I talk about times, it's going to be Central Standard Time. That's just where I am and where I am used to talking. But my thought is that 9 a.m. gets it out there for people on the West Coast super early in the morning, but also gets it out by 10 for people on the East Coast, so that if they take lunch at 11 or whatever the case may be, they can pop open YouTube on their phone, watch it on their lunch break. That's kind of my thought. And expect the Let's Plays to be, short 20 to 30 minute videos, easily digestible, and just very episodic. We're going to go from, mission to mission in something like Hitman, or, in Surviving Mars, we're just going to get to a point of saying, all right, I feel happy about how much progress we've made this episode. Let's stop the video here, get ready for the next one. The only issue with doing a bunch of recording on Saturdays is I know that community involvement is very important, something that I want to be a big part of. And so your comments may not make it back around for, teaching me how to be better at the games for potentially up to a week, since I would be able to implement changes on that upcoming Saturday. You can expect, at least 7 videos in the pipeline to be released, scheduled every day throughout the week. So I may not be able to introduce comment feedback into the videos super quickly. Double checking, I'm just like staring at the recording time, making sure I'm actually recording this time. We're up to 6.5 minutes. The timer's going. Turns out it actually helps if you learn how hotkeys in OBS works. I tried to set a hotkey and I didn't realize it was a toggle. You had to actually hold it down to stay recording, which doesn't make any sense to me because I'm pretty sure that's not how it worked last time I used it, but sure, whatever. So the other 2 series that I expect to do on YouTube are going to be Runt9 Looks At and Runt9 Reviews. And they're going to be very similar series. The biggest difference is Runt9 Looks At is going to be going in blind to a game that I just downloaded. We're going to look at it together. You're going to see my reactions as I play through the game. Again, it's going to be minimally edited just like the Let's Plays are. I want you to see everything about the game. I don't want to cut out boring parts or cinematics or things like that. You should see the game how I see it. And it's just, first glance, is this a game that interests me? The Runt9 Reviews is going to be a lot more structured. That's going to be something where I'm definitely going to edit the video. I'm probably going to just take some gameplay footage and then do a voiceover at the end. And I'm going to talk about the game for a bit. It's going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending upon how long I think it takes to get my thoughts across. And I think I want my review series to be very metrics based. This is something that I talked about when I recorded it, or attempted to record this a little bit earlier, is I used to always get my video game reviews from Total Biscuit. May he rest in peace. He was a fantastic YouTuber. I loved that if you heard him talk about a video game, you were hearing his opinion. You weren't hearing the opinions of, the free game that he got, the money thrown at him to try to do reviews. He never did paid reviews. He always had his own way of not bringing bias into it. It was just, here's my opinion, take it or leave it. And that's kind of what I want to do. But I also want to try to add some objectivity to it, which obviously is very hard when it comes to something as subjective as, will you or won't you enjoy a video game? But I'm going to try to grade a few different metrics, graphics and sound, replayability, value. A AAA game that comes out at $60, I expect that game to last me for a long time. If it's a 10-hour story and there's not much to do afterwards, I feel like I got cheated. But if I pick up, a cheap little $12, $15 indie game and I get 100 hours out of it, dude, that's a great value. That's an amazing value. And I think that's where you're going to get an A+. I don't actually know what the ratings are going to look like, but I don't just want to give you, 1 to 5 stars or a 0 to 10 out of 10 kind of thing. I want to have a few different metrics, and then I'll summarize it at the end and kind of, if I do the A+, S tier kind of thing, and at the end I'll tell you what tier I think the game is in, whatever that may be. But it's going to be more thorough. It's going to be the type of thing where I'll have played the game enough to get to the point where I feel comfortable reviewing it. I'll probably have played it on stream as well so that I get some community interaction, some of their feedback as well. We may even have some YouTube Let's Plays behind it. But this is going to be something that Both the reviews and the Looks At series are going to be ad hoc. It's going to just be when I feel like there's a game that I think fits that, I'm going to go ahead and put a video out. I've got some time allotted on Mondays and Wednesdays for YouTube recording as well. And so that's where I'm either going to fill up some more Let's Play backlogs or do some other videos here and there, some little one-offs, or that's when I'm going to do a Looks At or Reviews video. There's a few games that came out recently that I think I probably will do some review videos on here. And so I might even do a video on what my review structure is once I get that finalized. And I think that'll be an interesting thing to put out. So people can always reference that and say, okay, this is how he attempts to objectively and subjectively rate games against each other. And obviously it's something to note that especially in today's day and age, reviews change over time. Patches come out, DLCs come out. If I review a game that's in early access, then I'm going to make it very clear, hey, this is an early access game, and this review is highly likely to change by the time it comes out. And that's also going to be factored into the review itself. And I may not even review early access games. But the reviews are going to be a lot more edited. There's going to be, graphics on screen as I give my ratings. Like I said, I'm probably just going to cut together some gameplay footage and talk over it. And so those are going to be a bit more time intensive, and so something that I can't do as often as the other two. But definitely expect those types of videos as well, because again, I feel that there's a bit of a missing niche in the current video game YouTuber industry that ever since Total Biscuit left, I haven't felt like there's one channel that really grabs that clear, concise, blunt honesty about games that also kind of align with the way that I like to play games as well. I really align with Total Biscuit's thoughts on games, and it's just something that I feel like I want to do as well. So again, for YouTube, expect a daily Let's Play video. Expect, every once in a while there's going to be a Looks At. That's going to be your, 20 to 45 minutes going in blind. You're going in blind with me. Let's find out if this game is good or not. And there's going to be reviews where I'm going to take a look at a game that I've played a lot, and I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on it. I'm going to try to give you some objective reasoning, and those are going to be, 10 to 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Depends on how long it takes to get my thoughts out. I'm going to give you a summary at the end, and if you only care about the summary, fine with me. I'll always have a timestamp in the description about here's where you should go if you just care to see what are my final thoughts on the game. And so I think that covers YouTube. Let's talk about Twitch. For Twitch, the current thought is I'm going to stream 3 nights per week. It's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday and Wednesday is going to be a 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. stream. And again, all times are Central Standard Time. The 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. works out because it's 7 to 10 Eastern Time. That's prime time, and it works out well in my schedule. I'm working 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., and so that gives me a little bit of time to rest, relax, do some YouTube stuff, and then get ready for what will hopefully be a fun 3-hour stream. On average, I would expect those 3 hours to include 3 games, 1 game per hour, but it may not always work out that way, especially if we're getting into a city builder or colony management game like Surviving Mars or City Skylines. That's something where we're definitely going to jump in, and it's going to be hard to stop at an hour. If you've ever played one of those types of games, you know how hard it is to stop. Or even some long-running game like Civilization, where it's got that one more turn syndrome. I just want to keep playing. And so maybe we'll take it past that hour mark and we'll only play 2 games that stream. And again, my streams, I want to do a lot of community interaction. I want to focus on knowledge transfer. So, you may see me bring up a spreadsheet, or I may be Googling stuff, looking on the wiki, whatever the case may be. Stuff like that's definitely going to happen. And for Friday, I wanted to do something just a little bit different. I wanted to do what my own brand of a special stream would be. And so for Friday, we're going to do, and this is a working title, the Fantastic 5-Game Friday. The thought process there is it's 5 hours, 5 games from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. The 5th game is voted on by you, the fans, which obviously right now, I'm just starting out. I don't have fans. I don't expect to have viewers. It's just something that I want to just start doing this. But essentially what's going to happen is before I start the stream on Fridays, I'm going to get my current list of games that I have currently installed in my Steam library or Origin, Epic Game Store, or whatever else. Whatever games I have installed, I'm going to put that into a poll, and I'm going to put that out probably on Twitter and also in the Twitch chat before the stream starts. And by the time that 5th hour rolls around, we're going to cut the vote off and say, what game are we playing? You guys get to tell me what game we're playing for that last hour from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Whatever game it is, any game that I have installed, we're going to play 1 hour guaranteed. It's up to you guys to tell me what we're going to play. And I think that brings in a lot of fun, a lot of variety. You get 5 games over 5 hours. There's going to be something for everyone. I'm going to try to mix up the genres a lot. You know, you're going to see some first-person shooter. I mean, right now, you're probably going to see a lot of Destiny 2 doing some daily bounties and stuff. It's probably going to be the first hour of just about every stream, just kind of get that knocked out of the way. You're going to see, you know, Mortal Glory is a game that I've been playing a lot of. It's a fun roguelite game, this brawling gladiator tactics kind of thing. It's really fantastic. It's by the same company that made Darkest Dungeon, and if you've played Darkest Dungeon, you know how deep and thorough and tactical that game is. You know, we're probably going to mix in some City Skylines, Surviving Mars, those types of games. I love those. Haven't played either one in a little while. Been longer since I played City Skylines, and I love them both. So definitely expect to see a lot of variety, especially on the Friday streams. I want to make sure there's something for everyone. It's going to be a lot of community engagement. I'm going to do my best to make it fun. And again, like I said, it's my thought for how to carve out my own niche, carve out my own concept. And I think that 5th game being voted on by you guys is something that makes it unique. And so again, that's Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 9 and Fridays from 5 to 10. The 9 to 10 slot is going to be a game voted on by you, the fans. And of course, this is all subject to change. This is just my initial thoughts on what I think I want to do. I haven't tested any of this out yet, and we're going to start Monday, February 17th, 6 p.m. Come on in, see what we're doing. Probably going to open with some Destiny 2 dailies. Probably going to look at some Mortal Glory, and then not sure what that 3rd slot looks like. I'll always try to keep it a little casual in that 3rd hour, make sure that, you know, the last hour has a lot of fan engagement type of stuff. I want to make sure that I have a chance to talk to everyone and, you know, really reach out and start building a community. I think that's really the best way to start out doing something like this. And again, you know, I'm not in this for the money. The last time I did this, I set up a Patreon and a Moxie for donations and all that. I'm not doing that this time. I don't care. If you want to donate, I mean, I'm sure that there's ways that you can do it, but honestly, don't. Just subscribe to YouTube, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. It's going to be at Runt9 Plays on Twitter. So I'm going to post updates and stuff like that. And just watch, just enjoy. And, you know, once I get to the point where YouTube monetization and Twitch monetization is a thing, maybe I'll consider, you know, how do I make money with this as well? But this is a hobby. I'm doing this because I really enjoyed it last time, and I know I'm going to enjoy it a lot this time. And most importantly, I hope that you enjoy it as well. So just a final recap. I'm just starting out. I'm a variety dude. I'm going to play a lot of different kinds of games. We're probably going to start with some Runt9 Plays on Monday, February 17th, probably looking at either some Hitman 2 or some Surviving Mars. I would say that Hitman 2 is highly likely. I just picked it up on sale. I've really been enjoying watching the Golden Goblet series from Northern Lion, Michael A.L. Fox, and Dan Giesling. Check out their channels in the description below. They're some of my favorite streamers and YouTubers. I've been watching Northern Lion for well over a year now, and I watch just about everything he puts out. He's fantastic at what he does, and definitely a little bit of a model for how I think I'm going to build myself up as well. I think he does a great job, has one of the best communities I've ever seen in the whole Twitch and YouTube atmosphere. It's fantastic. So Hitman 2, Runt9 Plays, highly likely. Surviving Mars, still up in the air. I really love that game as well. So we'll probably start seeing those starting Monday. One video of Runt9 Plays per day. Going to be 7 days a week for that. Runt9 Looks At. I mean, I would expect to probably see a video here in the first week or two. We'll look at maybe recording one of those on Monday or Wednesday of this week. Throw that out there. Runt9 Reviews. Like I said, takes a bit more work to get those out there, but I would expect to see a Runt9 Reviews on Mortal Glory here pretty soon. It's still an early access game, but honestly, at this point, I think it's polished enough for a review. Anything they add on top of it is just going to be bonus. I think that it's good enough and at a point where I would feel comfortable reviewing the game. And so probably expect to see one of those, if not this upcoming week, then the following week. And then first Twitch stream starting Monday the 17th, 6 p.m. Come hang out. And so this upcoming week, we're going to do some Destiny 2 bounties. We're going to do some Mortal Glory. We're probably going to pick up some Surviving Mars or City Skylines. I want to get back into those, enjoy those again. I got a few other, roguelites I got installed. I got a bunch of stuff. We'll play something. We'll have some fun. But definitely come check it out. And for any sort of updates, any modifications I want to make to the schedule, definitely keep an eye on @Runt9 Plays on Twitter. It's going to be my main place of communicating. And definitely keep up with things there. I would say that probably not going to do much on like a Facebook or Instagram type thing. So I don't even have one set up right now. I might in the future, just because I know that social media outreach is probably going to be one of the best ways to gain new fans and followers. But at least for the moment, I just have Twitter. That's going to be the best place to keep up with things. Otherwise, I don't think there's much else to say. I'm excited about this. I hope this gets you guys excited as well. It's about 20 minutes. I'll probably put not some cuts in the video, but some information in the description about the different timestamps for the things I'm talking about. One other thing of note, I'm probably going to do Twitch VODs on YouTube as well. Probably split them up into 1-hour chunks, just that way everyone can have it somewhat easily digestible. Something you can watch while you're falling asleep or whatever. I know not everyone that watches YouTube likes going over to Twitch and vice versa. So definitely going to put some Twitch VODs up on YouTube as well. What I would say is, any support that you guys can give, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that kind of stuff. Go check out my Twitch channel, follow over there. Go head on over to Twitter @Runt9 Plays, check me out there. Otherwise, like I said, I'm just really excited to get started, and I'll probably do a quick little channel introduction video to put on the homepage of YouTube here in just a minute. And I look forward to seeing everyone as we go on this journey together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.